Smasher comes in a satin finished black box with a spot varnish for the red portion of the graphic on the front side. This bulky figure looks like a tank enforcer type for a squad. He looks like he can endure heavy melee and engage in extreme extermination operations. The accessories include 5 pairs of hands and a right thumbs up hand. Also, 2 submachine guns, a football-looking iron ball, an alternate commander head, and 3 more swappable visors and an additional set of shoulder guards. And we get a stand. His head articulates separately from his neck, which gives him great range. He has this collar ridge around his neck base though, and that kind of impedes his head's range. Looking up, he can go up this high, and looking down, he can go that far, but some of that armor on his chest is impeding his head's range. He can take it off, but he has got an upper diaphragm and a waist joint, bulb joints I think, on both. This is how far he can lean back. When he gets the arms out of the way. This is how far he can lean forward with just the diaphragm, and back. And if you use his waist, that's how far he can lean back and forward. He does get caught on his waist joint around his diaper piece, so just be mindful of that. That's how far he can crunch forward, which is great. You do see some gaps when you get to the limits of the range in either direction. So watch out for the back too, just like the front, but be mindful that you should have no problem. Moving on to his shoulders, he's got a really interesting shoulder joint that I don't know how to articulate, but there's more info on SexyIce's page on Bombasby, but he's definitely double hinged on his elbow, and his hands are on a ball peg like Mayface. And if you take off the hand, you see there's kind of like a floating wrist guard kind of piece, so don't lose that. But here's a closer look at that ball peg joint. It's got a really long peg, and all the joints move really well. They're smooth but have enough friction. They're perfect in the gi-tens, or perfect tolerances I should say. So his shoulder pad's on like a ball hinge, and he can rotate on that shoulder joint at the upper bicep, and he's got an additional bicep swivel, so there's multiple swivels going on. That's how far he can abduct his arm. Definitely hits a T-pose, and it pegs into the body at an angle, so it's kind of like a butterfly joint without being a butterfly joint. Here's a closer look at that chest armor piece. I don't know why I got swivels. Maybe there's more and more on that, but that back is pretty awesome looking. That's how far he can tilt side to side, and of course he can twist as well. Yeah, in combination with his neck and head, the twisting and the angled padded ball peg into the body and then shoulders, it really just naturally creates this interesting movement. That articulation just kind of moves itself into these dynamic poses. Good or bad, I don't even know what I'm doing, and it just looks awesome. He looks like he is ready for business. Hell yeah. His legs are reminiscent of Amazing Yamaguchi. They have that additional shin hinge as well as double hinged knee. And his ankle has great rocker. Is it on the double barbell? It's hard to know. I guess I'd have to look at SexyIce's site. But that toe articulation's great. He's got great thigh swivel, and he also articulates at the head, so yeah, he can do the splits by doing the Amazing Yamaguchi type of weird manipulation, so it looks like he's totally doing the splits better, but it's just swiveling the upper thigh. Here's a closer look at his neck articulation, and up a nice joint, the nice notch that he's got cut out of the back of his neck. It allows for additional range, which is great. And here's that squad commander head, which has like this green metallic dot in one of its eye sockets. I dig that. It catches the light, always makes it illuminated. And let's take off his visor and show you how it's assembled. So if you take that off, you just pry it off like that. And it's shiny on the inside, so that's why it looks illuminated from within. It just reflects all that light. This one's the danger visor, and they're all painted with metallic paint on the inside. But the ones with letters are UV reactive. So you just plug it into head like that, and voila. And here's the converge. And here's the clear, which really should be all fair maybe, but I get it. Converge though, what does that entail? What do you guys think that entails? Let me know in the comments. Ooh, and this is where I've been waiting for, hope, because I got the Manticore's got this Unkval Line head that's all injected. So I pulled that out and wanted to see if the brainstem would fit into this commander head. It doesn't. This is what I've been looking for. Swapping that infected Unkval head onto him. It kind of dispels some of that sport motif, and yeah, those shoulder gridirons. Yeah, you could put them on, but I don't know if I like that. I think I didn't like it without them. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Minuscule Batman looks a bit short and squat next to this lean, muscular build of Smasher. UPF Deathstroke. Yeah, somehow the scaling just seems off. McFarlane's Gene Stealer seems suitable, and Inard's Wukong seems a bit undersized, but maybe could live in the same world. Breach or Fury Toys not way out. I don't know if that works, but Marble Legends, yeah, I could see that working. Yeah, Amazing Yamaguchi Spider-Man and Marvel Legends, a female body, yep, it works. Kingpin is just way too big, and you know, somehow, for some reason, the Fury planet, you know, bettered Williams, I think that could work. We could see him facing off against a whole squad of Dog soldiers. Okay, ready? Fun time! The means of defense against foreign danger historically have become the instruments of tyranny at home. James Madison. The accumulation of all powers, legislative, executive, and judiciary, in the same hands, whether of one, a few, or many, and whether hereditary, self-appointed, or elective, may justly be pronounced the very definition of tyranny. James Madison. If tyranny and oppression come to this land, it will be in the guise of fighting a foreign enemy. Also, James Madison. Please like and subscribe to support this channel so that I can bring more content like this for you. It may seem like a small thing, but it really helps this channel out.